the village of Eldoret, where red earth paths crisscrossed and children played under the shade of ancient baobab trees, a woman named Mary became the talk of the town. With only 30 shillings, you could get yourself a cup of her milk, and it was this affordability that drew the villagers to her in droves. Mary, a widow with a resilient spirit, had recently lost her husband, Romy, in a tragic accident shortly after their third child, a boy named Kofi, was born. Mary's twin daughters, Amina and Zawadi, had also faced their share of heartache. Their husband, Kato, had abandoned them both while they were pregnant, unable to cope with the responsibility. Left with no choice, Amina and Zawadi returned to their mother's home, bringing their burdens and hopes with them. Despite the hardships, the family found joy in the birth of Amina's son, Jabari, and Zawadi's son, Juma. The small household now bustled with the laughter and cries of 3 young boys, and Mary, determined to provide for them, began selling milk from their only cow. Mary's milk quickly became popular in Eldoret, and within a week, her name was on everyone's lips. The villagers, many of whom struggled to afford basic necessities, marveled at how they could now enjoy fresh milk every day. As her business grew, Mary managed to improve her family's living standards, finally able to afford essentials that had once been out of reach. However, the prosperity was short-lived. A severe drought descended upon the region, and the cow, their primary source of income, started producing less milk. Faced with dwindling resources and the pressing needs of the children, Mary and her daughters devised a desperate plan. They began mixing their breast milk with the cow's milk to maintain the volume and continue their sales. At first, the plan seemed to work. The milk supply appeared steady, and the villagers remained happy. But soon, whispers of discomfort spread through the village. People started experiencing stomach aches and diarrhea after drinking the milk. The breaking point came when a little girl named Alia fell ill and tragically passed away. Her death sent shockwaves through the community, and suspicions about the safety of Mary's milk grew. The villagers, fearful and angry, secretly filed a complaint with Chief Obiero, the village headman. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Chief Obiero ordered a thorough investigation. One early morning, just as the first light of dawn began to paint the sky, a group of villagers, led by Chief Obiero and the village elders, descended upon Mary's home. They found Mary, Amina, and Zawadi in the act of milking their breasts and mixing the milk with the cow's produce. The discovery was met with horror and outrage. Mary and her daughters were immediately arrested and brought before the community council. Although the council recognized the mother's desperate circumstances, they could not ignore the harm caused to the villagers. As a compromise, the council decided not to imprison the women, considering their young children, but instead, they were expelled from Eldoret as a severe punishment. As Mary and her daughters gathered their few belongings and prepared to leave the only home they had ever known, the villagers implemented a new law. From that day forward, all vendors had to be inspected and approved by appointed specialists to ensure its safety. The village elders also decreed that the milk vendors would undergo regular health checks to prevent any future incidents. Exiled from Eldoret, Mary, Amina, and Zawadi journeyed to a distant village where they hoped to start anew. The path ahead was fraught with uncertainty, but their bond and resilience gave them the strength to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Meanwhile, back in Eldoret, the villagers mourned the loss of trust but slowly began to rebuild their confidence in the milk vendors. The new regulations brought a sense of security, and gradually, the memory of the incident faded into a cautionary tale told to remind everyone of the importance of honesty and safety in their community. Despite the tragedy and deceit, the story of Mary and her daughters served as a poignant reminder of the lengths to which people might go in desperation and the vital need for compassion and integrity in the face of hardship. Kindly subscribe and get notified every time we upload new content. Adios.